Hey everybody, Mr. Polymers here, back at my North Canton Radio Control Hawks flying field. Thought I'd take advantage of today's Saturday. It's actually about 49 degrees, a little wind, unusual for February 11th here in northeastern Ohio. So many of you that are watching my channel know I've had problems with the Hubsan H501S. At the request of Hubsan, I'm doing another video. What I have done is, since my last video, I have reinstalled the RX firmware. I have 1.2.12, and I'll include a snapshot of the firmware I have on the controller. So here's my controller. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. By the way, I'm not running. I have the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi disabled on my phone. Also have the Wi-Fi disabled on the GoPro. In addition, there's nobody here, so there's absolutely zero Wi-Fi interference. So I'm hoping to get this thing going. I just want it to work like it's advertised. So as you can see, the quad's out on my landing pad. I did not ride the FJR, just brought my company car. The FJR is kind of in disassembly. I am installing a car DVR camera system on it, front and rear, just to record my rides in the event, God forbid, I get into an accident. So I'm going to do everything I can to do everything correctly, let's put it that way. So again, transmitter is always on first. I do not have a full battery on this, so you can see the quad. I'm going to go ahead and initiate the battery or plug it in. Let's go ahead and close the door up. Okay, we'll let the quad sit. Its gyros are stabilizing. And as you can see, the red lights are blinking, indicating it needs a compass calibration. So I am going to do the quadcopter dance, which I normally don't have to do with my builds. In fact, my builds, there's a whole different routine I do with my builds. I actually, when I compass calibrate my builds, I do it with a computer. So let's go ahead and do the quadcopter dance. So hopefully you can see it. I'm going to go ahead and start spinning around until she goes green. There, she's green. I'm going to point it down now. Again, holding it straight out. Okay, I took about 2 turns on each, so I'm going to gently put it down here. Go ahead and get this over my head. Wearing my visor cam, my GoPro on it. Okay, waiting to get the satellites. In fact, I have 11 and 12 already. So I have 12 on the transmitter, I have 11 on the quad. I'm going to go ahead and let her set for, in fact, I have 12 now on the quad and 12 on the transmitter. I noticed with, I think, Scott Stevens, fairly new YouTube vlogger there in Western New York, he was having issues getting satellites on his quad. But as you can see, I've never had issues with this obtaining satellites. So anyway, it looks like we're ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and hit the video, get the video going on this. I normally forget to do that. Okay, the video is recording. I'm going to go ahead and put this in GPS mode. So as you see, it's GPS up. We're at 7.3 volts. Again, I have 12 and 12 satellites on the quad and the transmitter. So let's go ahead and arm her. There she is. We're going to take off. Okay, there she is. Altitude hold. As you see, she's holding pretty steady. We don't have much wind here, so wind's not going to be a factor. Okay, so far so good. Then I'm going to let her sit there for a second. Again, GPS hold. Let's go ahead and yaw around a little bit. In fact, I'm going to yaw around all the way. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take her out slow again. I'm gonna take her out real slow. Okay, she is she's a little hesitant when I came back on that. Just I found it kind of strange. Let's go in again. Just taking her out. Taking her back. Really have to pull back on the stick. Okay, we're going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and try headless mode. Headless mode is on. I'm going to go ahead and yaw to the left. I'm going to push the stick straight out. As you see, she's working fine in headless mode. Come back again. Again, I'm going to yaw around. Even though she's yawing, headless mode is working. Let's bring her back down a little bit. I'm still very apprehensive at this quad. Let's go ahead and put, let me take her out a little farther. Let's go ahead and get her out a little farther. Here up a little higher. I'm going to go ahead and switch on follow me mode. Okay. Okay, believe it or not, folks, I have never had follow me mode work on this, so I'm going to go ahead and walk. I've never had follow me mode work. So as you see, she's following me pretty good. I can see myself on the transmitter. Let's go back here a little bit. Good thing there's nobody here at the field. That looked a little goofy. All right. Well, so far I'm pretty happy. Now I'm going to take her off follow me mode. Okay, we're back in GPS. We're going to go ahead and yaw it back around. I'm going to go ahead and fly her out a little bit. Now, I am not used to pushing the sticks as far as you have to on this. Again, I know she's in GPS mode, but really have to push the sticks on this thing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, believe it or not, folks, I had her on headless mode. My fault. I thought I was coming toward me. Yeah, let's get around, come on. Okay. My fault there. I wonder why she wasn't coming toward me. That's why most experienced flyers don't like headless mode. I'm just too used to flying without it. All right, now. I'm going to swing her back around here a little bit. Now, let's let her stabilize. I'm going to go ahead and throw her in altitude hold mode. This is where, if you remember my first video, where she went bananas going from GPS to altitude hold, which makes no sense to me. Okay, I'm in altitude hold now. We're going to fly her out. Okay, this flies much better. This is how I'm used to flying a quad in altitude hold mode. Let's go ahead and bring her around. Okay, my power is below 7. I'm at 6.8 volts. Okay, that's landing it on my own with no return to home. I haven't tested return to home yet, but we're going to go ahead and replace the battery. I'll be with you guys in a second. Let me go ahead and unplug this quad. Okay, just to let you guys know, this is the original Hubsan battery. That first one there was just a generic I bought offline, so Okay. Again, I'm leaving the transmitter on. In fact, let me go ahead, shut it down. Let's go through a proper sequence again. Go ahead and turn the transmitter back on. Okay, let's go ahead and plug the quad in. Go ahead and tie her up here. Okay, let the gyro set in. Okay, she is indicating she needs compass calibrated. Again, let's do our quad dance. She went green, maybe not even one turn. Okay, but one turn each. Get the compass calibrated. We're gonna go ahead and get the video going. I got 8 volts, 12 satellites on each, so this thing is picking up satellites very quickly. Again, I'm in an open field. There's nothing around me, basically. Short of a desert, this is about as rural as you're gonna get. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera on again. Okay, 12. Let's go ahead and just take her off on altitude hold mode. Go ahead and engage her. Go ahead and fly. I believe I'm at 100% on the rates here. This does not have near the pitch rate on my builds. And again, this is the most I have flown this bird since I've had it, for 2 months. Okay, so far I'm pleased. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let her, we're gonna go and go on GPS. GPS is on now. Let her settle down a little bit. I'm up at about 5 meters, 13 meters out, 7.5 volts. Okay, let me take her out of here a little bit. We're going to do return to home. It's the last function I need to test. I'm not going to take her out very far. All right, GPS is on. I'm just going to go ahead and flick return to home, folks. Here we go. She's in return to home now. And unfortunately, she doesn't face me. She is coming back. Okay, remember, there's my pad. That's where I started, on the pad. Okay. Well, but 1 meter away, I would say not bad, not bad. Okay, folks, well, I am pleased, and I want to give you my opinion of what I think happened. Again, the compass calibration, I would recommend that, but I want to tell you what I think my real problem was. When you upgrade the RX firmware, that's the only one that's transmitted from the transmitter to the quad. And I think in my previous uploads of the RX, it has corrupted the firmware. When you upgrade the flight controller and the transmitter, you do that through either the mini or micro USB cable. So it's direct wire transmission. So that's my theory. And I know in previous attempts to get the RX firmware on this, I noticed the quadcopter was confirming a successful upload, but my computer was not. So, any of you that have the advanced, like I do, use the firmware I've indicated on this video. Again, I'm not touching this thing. Had a successful flight. I don't want to play around with it anymore. So, anyway, this is Mr. Polymers. I've got really a busy weekend. It's my parents' 60th anniversary tomorrow. So really, I just came out here to the club to do this. So again, I'm happy at this point with the Hubsan. As long as she maintains this kind of behavior, I'm very satisfied. Anyway, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and take her off. Return to home off. We'll fly her around a little more. Now I'm in GPS hold, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm going to go ahead and take her off GPS hold. We'll just take her out a little bit. We are in, again, altitude hold. Whoa, 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 whoa. Folks, she's going nuts. Okay. I was real happy there. But when I took her out, I lost control. In fact, I had to, I killed the motors on it to bring it down. Oh boy. That's not good. She's still she's showing an altitude of 8.1 meters, but she's obviously not at 8.1 meters, 97 meters out. So I lost her. Now all my telemetry went to 0 because the quad's upside down, I assume. Okay, well, I'm puzzled on this one, folks. Here she is, upside down. Actually, no. She's right side up. She came straight down. I have totally lost GPS on the quad, 0. I have no idea why that did that. I'm still showing 12 satellites on the transmitter. That, my friends, is a little scary. Telemetry still seems to be working. As I walk toward the pad, it's dropping. But I'm showing 0 GPS satellites on this quad. Back to 12. Very, very odd behavior. So, I was premature in being happy there. Again, I did everything right. But I lost about 97 meters out. I lost control of it. I basically just shut the quad down. She did come down. So I don't know. I think at this point I'm going to send it to Hubsan. So appreciate Annie Lou looking at this when I send it into her. Again, just very, very odd behavior. Let me go ahead and turn the quad off over here. It is raining, by the way, folks, so I can't see out of here anymore anyway. This is Mr. Polymers. Unfortunately, I thought I had a working quad, but she's still haunted with some problem. And I can't get this door open for the life of me. There we go. So, we'll talk to you guys later. I'll let you know what happens with this Hubsan.